All right, I'm getting ready to go live on that YouTube, so should be going live here in a second. But peace, peace, peace. We should be, we live on the YouTube. I just got the notification. I'm recording on Anchor, so this will be on Apple Podcasts, Google, and all that stuff later on. All right, so let's get it started. Peace, peace, peace. This is Brandon B. Dixon. This is your host of the Power of Ownership Podcast. I got my guest host Barry Bolston in the building.
Hey, how's everybody doing?
Gotcha. Yeah, your level's a lot better than it was last time. You know, I know you were going through like a sickness or something last time, right?
Oh, yeah. Oh.
Right.
I don't know what was wrong with my voice.
Gotcha.
But it's a whole lot better now. A whole lot better now.
So what we're going to do is let's, before we introduce everything, you know, like we normally do, I want to take this time really because we lost a great one this following week, about 10 days ago, Kevin Samuels. And I wanted to start off before we get started, man. Start off with like a moment of silence for the Godfather, and then we're gonna take it from there. So let's give a moment of silence for Kevin Samuels. All right, I appreciate it. Yeah, man. So, I mean, let's get introducing the actual show. We're gonna introduce each other. I'm gonna say, you know, I might have like a minute or two, you know, reflect on Kevin Samuels' legacy, and then we get started with our show. You know, go from there. But this is your first time tuning in. My name is Brandon B. Dixon. I am a serial entrepreneur. I'm a mortgage broker. I am a published author. My book, Sales: The Nucleus of Any Profession, is out right now on Amazon. Um, you know, right now, like I said, it's mortgage season. So if you want to go ahead and get a mortgage, we're getting real busy. People are still buying. Believe it or not, you know, people are always going to need somewhere to live. So go to my website, www.applywithb.com. We are, you know, taking mortgage applications right now as we speak. So if you want to go ahead and get into a new home by the summer, go ahead and start right now. Now's the time to start. Barry, I'll let you go ahead and introduce yourself. I'm gonna keep it kind of brief today because you know, we do have a lot to cover. So,
okay,
go ahead, introduce yourself.
All right, everybody. It's Barry Bolston, Keller Williams Professionals, homesbybarryb.com. I'm on IG. I'm on TikTok. I'm on Facebook. You can, if you go in and Google homesbybarryb.com, you'll get a hold of me, Barry B at kw.com, or you can give me a call at 832-786-1270. You go in and Google Homes by Barry B, you'll find me.
Gotcha. All right. In the show, as you know, the power of ownership, we talk about not only home ownership, but we talk about ownership of the mind, body, and soul, business ownership, intellectual property, so on and so forth. So we give you the full diaspora of just, you know, owning, you know, being in that driver's position, you know. So let's go ahead and start with this, man. It was tough week, man, because you know I was you know, a fan, a student, you know, not just of his content, but of his work ethic. Kevin Samuels, you know, so he taught me a lot about different things, relationships, you know, just, you know, being the best version of yourself, you know. So, and it's for me, it's hard, you know, like I said, I'm I'm self-motivated guy. So somebody that gets me motivated and gets my juices running, you know, saying that, you know, flowing and get me up and pumped and amped to do things. That's a hell of a guy. So, man, I want to say my condolences to his family, his fans. I definitely loved his content. I watched him go from, you know, I don't want to say I was there from the beginning, but I was there at least beginning of 2020 right before he blew. And just watched him damn near every night, man. It's just like I was glued to his content. And I watched him build it from damn near nothing to 1 million+ subscribers and a worldwide following. You know, and that's work ethic. Every night he didn't, every night in and out, he was there grinding. You know, so I appreciate that he's a workhorse like myself. So I just appreciate his content. I appreciate him being here, and I'm gonna try to, you know, keep it. I mean, relationships is not my lane, but just that work ethic. And I love the fact he said that, you know, we belong at the table. You know, respect our image. Let me, you know, perfect my image, be the best for me, and keep my head up because I belong at the table because I deserve what I work for. You know, don't let anybody make me put my head down that I'm less than. You know, and that's what he stood for. Any words you want to say about Kevin, and you know?
Yeah, I didn't follow him like a lot of people did. I really just started hearing about him over maybe the last year or so, when I guess a lot of controversy was coming out about things that he was talking about. But I mean, from what I understand, like I said, he was built on, you know, doing better, being better, especially as black men. And so I'm always down for that.
Right.
Sorry to see that he passed. But yeah, I'm always down for anybody that's looking to help black people become better. I'm always down for that.
Right. And then actually just bettering yourself too.
Mm-hmm.
But that kind of ties in. It's a good segue to the topic that we're going to talk about today. It's going to be about, you know, this new creator economy and the side hustle, side gig economy, and multiple incomes. And that's kind of, you know, an ode to Kevin because that's kind of what he stood for. Like, if you look at his content, people don't realize like this first 3 years that he was filming, he was exclusively for men. You know, he kind of was talking to men. And one of the things he talked about for a man is that, especially in your 20s and your 30s, when you get established, you should be working a minimal of 60 hours a week. You know, he's talked about, you know, having, you know, it takes no skills to have a job at Quickie Mart or something making $13 an hour. You know, and then if you get that, you get two of those, and then you're making about $40,000 a year. Then you'll be self. So don't take the skills or whatever. Then on your part time, when you have time off, instead of chasing different things and entertainment, he talked about self improvement and those, so you could develop those skills. You know, and also one thing he learned, I learned from him that I was already doing. I'm glad he co-signed, is that jobs to earn and learn. You know, so I give example, like, you know, after I was an entrepreneur, I owned my own business for 15 plus years, and I got recruited by Mattress Mac at Gallery Furniture. I used that opportunity that he gave me to earn and learn. So I learned art of sales. You know, I was already cool at just kind of natural on certain aspects of sales, but I learned and I got refined and I was technical. I was able to teach it, and then you know, was able to write the book, and I made to teach classes on it. So I learned, I got paid to learn how to not only sell but to learn how to run big box businesses. So you know, and Kevin taught that stuff, but I want to the creator, the side hustle economy, multiple gigs, multiple streams of revenue, and how you could use that to invest in real estate, and then even use real estate as one of those side hustles.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So
I know.
let's go ahead. I'm over the floor to you. Go ahead. Let's kick
Yeah,
it off. There's so many angles.
going back to what you said about the learn and earn, and I think that's a big thing that a lot of people don't do when they're working a job.
Right.
Okay, it's not bad to have a job and to work a job, but you need to be in there learning something, learning how that business runs, learn whatever they're making, learning how it operates, so you can in turn do it on your own. You don't want to just go in, clock in, do the work, clock out, go in, click, you know, and then 30 years later you retire with $1,000 a month. You want to go in there and learn. So I like how you said that. Go in and learn how they do that. How are they making this product, or how are they doing the books, the accounting? Go in there and learn how to do that, so you can do that on your own. So we all have that. We all have something inside us. Now it's a point of how are we going to get that out? And once we get it out, how are we going to bring that out? But we all have that in us. I mean, starting a business, finding something that that helps people. But learning while you're in that job, learn how they're operating. So when you can start your own business, and this is what I've learned over the years. So now I can do it and I can be successful. So I love how you said it, learn and earn. Because a lot of people just go into, hey, I got a job at ABC company, and they just go in, do what they got to do at 8, leave at 5, go in 8, clock out at 5. No, because first thing, that company can lay you off or fire you at the drop of a dime, and have somebody in your spot paying them cheaper before you even get to the parking lot. So you need to you need to learn how to do it on your how to get that system down on your own, and then you can use that to go into those multiple streams. I mean, there's so many other things to do, and like I said, it's all in here. It's just a matter of letting it come out. Um, uh, just I know one thing that they talk about. I don't know if anybody looks at Shark Tank, but one thing that Mark Cuban said one time, he said, when you can come up with something that helps people, that solves a problem, then you can start your own business, and you can do that.
Right. Just to tap on what you were saying, it's all about mind frame and mindset, and especially what I see millennials and zillennials, because I taught mostly millennials and zillennials, is that they kind of already try to come in there with, I already know what I'm doing, and I already got this, and that's the wrong attitude to have.
Yeah,
you need to pinpoint your purpose. I know it's hard to do it in your 20s and your teens and stuff like that, but you kind of have a general idea on what you want to do with your life.
Mm-hmm.
And then you got a game plan. You got to be pragmatic about it.
Most definitely.
And so when you go with these jobs, you gotta, there's so many ways you could pinpoint it. It's gone are the days you got to pound the pavement, where you got to just see who's hiring.
Mm-hmm.
You could pinpoint the industry that you want to focus on and you want to be in. There's LinkedIn, there's all kind of different Indeeds and Monster.com and all this stuff where you could pinpoint where you want to go.
Mm-hmm.
So you got to have the mind frame before you get hired that, hey, this job, I want to learn X, Y, Z.
Mm-hmm.
Once I learn how to do X, Y, Z, I could do this on my own, because there's so many ways that LegalZoom, all these SBA loans that you could get where you can start your own business. This company, and I said it right, I didn't stutter. It's not a country, it's a company. It's a corporation. It's set up for you to do business. As you look at all the tax break and stuff like that, all the tax, this country or company is built on the back of small business. And it's designed for small businesses.
Yes, it is.
So how you in a country / company that's designed to do business and you don't know how to conduct business? I know grown folks that don't know how the tax code with the file off of taxes and stuff like that, and don't know how this stuff works. Mm-hmm. This is designed, they give incentives for small business owners.
Yeah.
That's how this thing is set up. So you go in, if you don't have the actual money to go ahead and get the best tutors and the best education, get you a job that's in a field that you want to be in. Be like a sponge. Ask questions. Don't go in there with I got it all figured out mentality. Learn from A to Z. Take comprehensive notes. I still got my notes from Gallery Furniture day one in my iPad. So I got 5-6 years worth of notes.
Mm-hmm.
So if I ever wanted to, I don't want to reveal stuff, but if I ever wanted to go in the big box, I got the blueprint, and I got paid to do it.
Yeah.
I got paid to 6 figures to learn how to run big business.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? So,
and like you said, that does come down to mindset. or are you trying to go to that next level,
Right.
or are you just happy to be there, or
Well,
just
I don't. The thing is, I think with my generation on down, I'm gonna go ahead and raise my hand as well, because it started with our generation, Generation X, that we'll take a job, but we don't take it serious,
Mhm.
and then we minimalists. We're gonna do the minimum as possible to get by and to just not get fired.
Yeah.
And the opposite is true for those who are great. Because if you're great, you're gonna be the best janitor. Is your work ethic going to glow? Is this a mind frame? You know the way we look at it. I'm not gonna go super duper hard for somebody else to be rich. That ain't
Yes.
how you look at it. You look at it that, hey, this is temporary. Let me go hard and learn as much as I can so I could actually stretch my boundaries and actually get better at this craft. And then in turn, I'll be able to duplicate or replicate myself and duplicate it when I go on my own. So it's that
Mhm.
mind frame. So instead of just doing minimal and not taking care, you got to look forward. You got to be forward thinking.
Mhm. And I
So
think a lot of us aren't forward thinking. We're right now
right,
thinkers.
right
And that
now,
kind of goes back to what we were talking about last week with chasing shiny objects.
right.
You know, we're looking at right now, and we're not looking at the future.
Right. And we live for the future. Everything you need to do if you want to be forward thinking. You want to have, hey, I'm doing this to do that. I'm doing this to do this, to do that, to that, to that. And if you just for right now, you're just getting a job for right now, why do it?
Mhm. You just trying to pay bills or
You're just
something.
trying to pay bills. You're in the wrong job. You need to be forward thinking. Okay, so let's take it a different step, a different angle. Let's say you are in that job and it pays the bills, but you want to get in a different industry. How do you do that? How do you wish upon a star? Or do you? A lot of people, and this is one thing I love what Kevin used to teach all the time, is that you're not qualified to teach yourself.
Really, yeah. If you don't know, yeah.
You don't know what you don't know.
Yeah, you don't know what you know.
So a lot of people think I'm gonna just, get in there and just wing it and then become a multi-millionaire by
It don't
by
work like that.
osmosis.
It don't work like that.
It don't work like that. So what are you doing? What are the steps? What are the steps that you're taking to actually get you to that level?
And who are you around?
Right.
If you're the smartest person in the room, you're in the wrong room.
Right. So let's say I am working a job, 40, 50 hours. You should be taking another 10 or 20 on getting education or doing something to actually prepare you for that next pivot.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? What are you doing? Just watching YouTube videos, that's cool, but what books are you reading?
Mm-hmm.
What courses have you taken? How much money have you invested?
Mm-hmm.
It kills me though too.
Yeah.
It's crazy that even like people in the music industry, I used to say this all the time. Like, all right, it's easy now that you can do music at your house. They got all these programs, but you want to make it big. Somebody's supposed to give you $1 million contract, and you don't spend no money on getting your stuff professionally mixed and mastered. You don't spend no money on professional artwork. You don't spend no money on actually marketing and promotion.
Mm-hmm.
But you want to get $1 million contract.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Same thing with people in real life. You want to become a YouTube influencer. You want to run your own dog business. You want to run this. You want to run this particular company. You want to be a beautician. Who are you learning from to actually take your business to the next level? What books have you read to actually educate yourself on how to? So a lot of people don't even know how to do form LLC.
Mm-hmm.
But you want to own your own business. You want to live the best life they want the fruits, but they don't want none of the labor.
Yeah. And and like you said, with what's like cosmetology and barbers that you go to, some own their own shop, and
Right.
some of them are in there just cutting hair. Now,
Right.
are you cutting the hair, learning how this business works, learning about the scheduling, learning about the accounting and how to do the money, learning about dealing with people so you can get your own shop in a few years, or you just that cutting hair so you can leave and then go to the club or something, you know?
Right. It's all on mind frame. All on mind frame. If you got to put together a
And,
plan.
you know, yeah. And thinking about this, I want to I'm gonna just give a quick example. My cousin, this is very recent. We grew up. He always loved trucks. He loved driving trucks and just trucks. And so for years, he worked for a trucking company driving trucks. Well, recently, he went. I mean, he's learned all this over the years. And recently, he bought his own truck, and now he's out there doing it on his own. He's
Right.
not working for a company. He's doing it on his own. He got his own company, but he's learned it over the years.
Right.
So yeah, he could drive a truck, but he had to learn the business of it.
Right.
And
Right.
he learned that while he was working for this company. Now
Right.
he's doing it on his own, and he has the freedom. He told me he when he drives a few days, and so he got Friday, Saturday, and Sunday off. Not Friday, I'm not Saturday and Sunday, you know. And if he don't want to drive, he don't have to.
Right.
But
Right.
it's his business, and he's learned everything, all the logistics of it and all this, not just the physical driving, but you have to know all of it. And you don't just go into a job and just work it. Learn.
Right.
They'll teach you. I mean, you know what? And even if you come across, say, supervisors don't want to teach you, you still need to observe. You can observe and see what's going on.
Right.
You know.
Right. I mean, this is one thing my mentor always told me, and this is a lot of things that I think we touched upon like last week as well, but I wanted to reiterate this week as too, is that you don't want to be a jack of all trades and master of none. You know, a lot of people think that you could just hop in and automatically naturally be good at something. And nobody that you see successful was just a natural.
Nobody.
You know, if you look behind the curtain, if you look behind the scenes, it's a lot of work. It's a lot of hard work, dedication, and a lot. You know, football players, basketball players, comedians, actresses, all the celebrities that you see are polished, and they're at the pinnacle of their career because of the work that they put in. Nothing is just automatically given. Now they might make it seem through social media like it's just effortless, you know, but it's not. So
Yeah.
get in your mind that it's work, and then focus. You got to focus like a laser on exactly what you want to do. Because if you're all over the place, you're never going to be. You never. If you try to be everything to everybody, you're not going to be nothing to nobody.
To nobody.
Right. So you got to focus on
plan, and you need that plan. Yeah.
Get a game plan together from an early age, and then even if one thing Kevin taught as well is that even if it's you're 30s or 40s, it's never too late to refocus and start over and get because like him, he didn't get success to the late 40s, early 50s.
Mm-hmm.
You know, as far as nationwide or international stardom like he wanted. So it took him a while, and it took him, dedication, to get there. So it just is what it is, man. It's work, and you got to love the work. If you don't love the work,
you won't put your all into it.
Right. You're not gonna. They make it look effortless. That's the thing about the Instagram society. They make it look so easy that you hop in, and if you come in 1 month and don't make the money, you hop out of it, and that's not how it works. I give you a good example, and this brother Ben X said this on his on one of his lives. He's like, look at these companies like Coke and Pepsi. They advertise. They've been around since what, 20s, 30s. And they the biggest companies in the world. You heard of Coke and Pepsi, but every other commercial is a Coke Pepsi commercial. They stay social media, they stay product placing, they stay doing all the stuff that they made. You heard of them, so why they ain't stopping? We do the stuff 1 month. Oh man, they ain't get the it ain't boost sale and we quit.
We ain't sell what we thought we would.
Right.
I didn't make $1 million the first month, so let's quit.
And you stop. So that's not, man, why do these people that's brand icons continue to advertise? You know, that go to show you this is an ongoing thing. There is no do one thing and get rich and luck up.
And that goes back to that social media thing that you see everybody else successful and they think it's supposed to happen like that.
Right.
And the ones that are actually, doing the grinding, they don't show it, and you don't know that they're doing it, but it's you don't know, and you don't know what they went through. You don't know how many times they were up to 4 a.m, how
Right.
many times they work 7 days a week, you know, how many times they had to drive to the other side of town to go get a product because that was the only way they can get it, so they had to drive it on their own. You don't hear about all that. Excuse me. So you think, oh well, they just get it. No,
Right.
no, they work for it, and so you don't see that. So you thinking that it's just supposed to come.
Right.
No, you got to work.
Right. And it's my thing is this. Let's talk about the multiple streams, and I
Okay.
give you my advice on it. First of all, this is the best opportunity, and I'm gonna say you're gonna need it because of this inflation and the way the economy is gonna turn. But this is the best and biggest opportunity in anybody's lifetime that we had to make money. You know, so making money is so readily available and abundant that
Yes.
if you're broke, if you have to choose and you have to actually work at being broke.
Yeah. It's like you have to be trying.
You have to be trying to be broke, you know. So there's so many things you could do, from Uber to Uber Eats to Grubhub to
DoorDash.
you could be an influencer. You can make stupid videos on TikTok.
Yeah.
You can sit down and talk for a minute. You could wholesale real estate. You don't even have to have no money. You could just,
Mhm.
wholesale real estate. You could, I mean, there's so many things you could, hang somebody picture for them and they'll pay you. You
Yeah.
get on these, you walk somebody dog, they'll pay you. There's apps that you can
Yeah.
set up, put your profile, walk somebody dog, and keep their dog.
Get
It's
your
all
lawnmower, cut some grass in the
because of
neighborhood.
man. They got all kind of ways you could get paid.
I mean, yeah, I mean, it's so much out there. Like you said, you have to be trying not to. I remember years ago, somebody was saying you just sitting on the sofa waiting for a job to come knock on the door, or opportunity to come knock on the
Right,
door. It's not gonna do that. You got to go make it. You
right.
got to go make it.
Well, this is even before, like when we were growing up in the '90s. Job was was one of the only ways you could generate some income. Now it's like job is down on the totem pole. Like there's so many other ways you could generate income that you're self-employed. There's no need for a job. If you hustle, you can make 6 figures as an Uber driver.
Hmm. And one of the things that played into that was this pandemic. It
Right,
made people, it made the opportunities for you to go. Since you
right,
couldn't go anywhere, people can't go anywhere. Okay, well, how about you go and work for HEB, or go for Kroger, and you can be delivering people groceries,
right,
or like you said, you can do Uber Eats or whatever, and take people their food. I mean, it's people making $300-400 a day.
right. Easily.
I remember, I
Like I
remember
said,
delivering pizzas back in the day when I was 16. I was making $3
and
an hour.
yeah, in 2020, I did that as an experiment. I did it for like I want to say 5-6 weeks. I brought an SUV just to try Uber out, just to see how much easy money this was. And it's
Hmm.
easy money. I was doing like $1,000 a week. This, on part time, like after I make my calls and stuff like that. And this Friday through Sunday. Like Friday, I do it all day Saturday, all day Sunday. Friday night, all day Saturday, all day Sunday. I make like $1,000.
Hmm.
So I did that for like 5-6 weeks until the pandemic got kind of bad.
Hmm.
It was all the way locked down. But yeah, it was crazy money in it. So I I don't buy. It's all kind of ways to make money. You gotta need it. You're gonna need it nowadays because what happens is everything is you got the $15 salads, the $20 chicken sandwiches.
Yeah.
You know, so you need
Pay
that
for
extra
convenience.
income. Yeah, I can remember that. You know, we were talking earlier off air that my first apartment, the rent was $215 for 2 bedroom. You know,
Mhm.
and that was in the late 90s. You know, so that was like 20 something years ago, 25 years ago. You know, so $100 you could $40 you could make groceries for for almost 2 weeks.
Yeah,
You
I
know,
remember
so
those days.
yeah, now man, I ordered Uber Eats. One person eat like $60 with tip and everything like that for one person to
Mhm.
eat.
Yeah,
So
you go to
it's
the
a
grocery
different
store
ball
and
game.
spend $100, and you're not gonna get that much.
Right. Man, I remember my first car, I could give a 10 on pump too,
Huh.
fill out the tank and get change back.
You're right.
You
$10.
know?
Yep.
So
Yep, man. I was
time,
just telling somebody today that I went and went to the gas prices went up. I went and put some gas in my tank, spent $45, and that was just half a tank.
right, right. So you
Half.
almost need these streams of revenue.
Mhm.
I just posted on Instagram that I should not live by one paycheck alone.
Mhm.
So you can't even if I would unless you're all wrapped up in your business. Even then, I wouldn't suggest one stream of revenue because what happens is you don't know what could happen. You want to
Yeah.
one thing fall
What?
off or one thing happen. You want to have other things in place to keep making money.
Yeah, like you own a restaurant and a pandemic happens and they close the
Right,
restaurant. What are you
right.
gonna do?
All your eggs in that one basket.
Yeah.
So you want to have several different things, but you got to be strategic. And I want to give my 2 cents on
Hmm.
that. It's almost like a relationship. You got to have a polygamous relationship, kind of. You got to have your main
Main squeeze.
one source down pat first before you try to add anything else.
Hmm.
Because if that main thing is not there, you're not gonna be able to focus on anything else.
Yeah.
So let's say you are working, but you got a 9 to 5 or something to that effect. You want to the next thing you want to be well established where you're at before you start investing time and energy on something else. Then I would suggest getting something passive. Real estate where you got the passive income, stock market, cryptocurrency,
Hmm.
something where it's little effort
Yeah.
that you can put in. Then I would suggest from there doing something with like a midway stream. So, like, say for example, I write books. I like to write. There's you could write a book and Amazon to publish it. You could, if you like the film, you could do a film and put it on Amazon, and Amazon will pay you per click.
Yeah.
If you like to produce music, you put your music on streaming and watch the stream. So if you're creative and you like to create, or if you like to do paintings, they got this canvas.com where they'll sell your artwork for you. All you
Yeah.
do is collect a check. So
Yeah.
whatever you do creative wise, they got an outlet now that you could do
For you to
online where you
do
can
it.
make some money. You see what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So they even got the OnlyFans. You're a dancer, part time,
Right?
or a
They even got
comedian.
OnlyFans.
They got OnlyFans. So you're a dancer. You're exhibitionist.
And you ain't got to go to a studio and do it. You can do it
Right. You ain't
from
got
your
to go to
room.
the Valley in California no more.
You can do it from your bedroom with your phone.
Right. So if you're an exhibitionist, you can only get your OnlyFans account. So I would say that's the next level where you could put minimal effort into something and then sell it on part time. Then the last level is getting several type of businesses where you can start LLC on and my part time, like you said, walking dogs, goddamn, anything. Like there's all kind of different business. There's a FBA on Amazon where you can let Amazon fulfill the actual
Hmm.
product. Just get you a product or something to that effect, and you can have a whole business. There's Shopify, there's Etsy, there's so many
Oh yeah,
different outlets.
Etsy. I bought several things off Etsy. I mean, that's just people in their homes making a product and they ship it out.
Right.
I mean, they not even paying for, you're not even paying for marketing. Well,
Right.
then again, I don't know how. I guess they probably do charge for
Right.
you to
You
post it.
pay something for marketing on there. But
Okay.
however, there's eBay sellers, people going to
Oh yeah.
you flipping sneakers and stuff like that. You flipping jackets and memorabilia. There's all kind of ways, different ways that you could get paid on that. Like I said, that's a side business that might require a little bit more effort, but you can still get paid in your part time. While you have another gig. So all of those cylinders combined. If you got, then I say you want to take that money and then get into the bigger stuff like real estate. Get your Airbnb going on. Get your rental properties going on. You want wholesaler deal. Get your fix and flip. Get your buy and hold. So from there, because this is my advice as well. For those who are there listening, make sure that when you do have this income, is going into a business account.
Yes.
Make sure you do have your LLC or business corporation set up to where it's legit. Because what happens is you show X amount of dollars going into there for at least 6 months. Now you open to business line of credit. You can get the SBA loan, and they'll give you $250,000. You could now
so you can
open
get
up
product or whatever.
Yeah, you open up to, you can get these angel investors to where they open up and they invest. All they got. That's all they do is invest in companies and startups.
Yeah, angel investors. Yeah, that's all they do.
Right. So
new startups or quick, what they call them, quick kickers,
right, Kickstarter and all that.
Kickstarter. Yeah.
Right. Okay. So you got all of these different outlets, but you gotta start it off at work and have a game plan.
And then I think, like I said, I think a lot of it comes to, what do you like to do?
Right.
If you like to do it, if you love to do it, you're gonna put your all into it.
Right. Right. Most people, like I said, they don't see it through. Don't expect money overnight. It's not gonna be an overnight success. Then you got to have a game plan. Like, you can't be scared to have a 5-year plan, 10-year plan. I think the biggest thing in our community, especially, and I see with younger people, is that they don't have a long-term plan. It's amazing. If it don't feel good immediately, they don't do it.
Yeah.
And everything. I had a discussion with a friend of mine about happiness, especially as a man. Like, we shouldn't pursue happiness, because happiness is emotion. And certain things that you do, once you fulfill your purpose, you can become. That there's moments, there's happiness, and it's an elevator, it's ups and down. So, but the thing is that you have to focus on your purpose first, and have a long-term game plan as opposed to short-term. Because everything you do, because think about it, if we just did what we wanted to be happy, you'll sit around all day and watch movies, or you'll sit around all day and that makes you happy. But sitting out there and marketing and game planning and working and all those long hours is what's necessary to have those moments. They go together like peanut butter and jelly.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
We're in this quick, gotta have it now,
right,
society generation. Right. People don't want to wait.
Right.
Right. People, people in the day had to. I mean, they had to work for it. Right. You see them now with the millions, and I mean, you see Jeff Bezos now, a billionaire, one of the richest men in the world, but you didn't see him when he was in his living room starting Amazon, selling books. Right. You didn't see that. You know what I'm saying? Or in his garage. You didn't see that. When this restaurant, you see this big restaurant all day night. I know they making a lot of money, but you didn't see them when they was had a little spot and they was selling ribs at the gas station, 20 years ago.
That's another thing that they got going with the Uber Eats. You got these ghost kitchens now, You know,
Oh yeah, like the food trucks and
yeah,
all
food truck
that.
go kit, man. They got some. There's thousands of ways to get paid. Literally, you know, there's so many different ways that you could do it. You know, it's almost ridiculous to not get paid somewhere.
Yeah,
The thing
it is.
is that I want to touch upon before we get out of here is that the side hustle economy is here to stay. I think you're gonna need to do more and more things. I think the people that you know their objective is to lay around or do the minimalist, you will suffer the consequences. You know what I mean? You know, if you just want to, clock in and clock out and can't wait for
Mhm.
the weekend type person, you're gonna get
Yeah,
left behind. You
you're
know,
gonna get left behind, and you're gonna be behind and wondering and mad at everybody else
right,
who was staying up late at night and who were working. Now you're mad at them and want to take what they have, or you're
right,
hating on them.
right,
You had the same. Everybody got the same 24 hours.
right, right. So yeah, those minimalists, the people without, you're gonna have to have some get up and go, and especially they making it so fast. Like back in the days, like everybody wasn't balling, and it was okay. Nowadays, balling is like the minimum.
Mhm.
You gotta have a nice car. You gotta have this extravagant lifestyle and stuff just to be normal now. It's normalized, with this Instagram lifestyle. So everything, I mean, it's almost like people like me, I'm black tea and and regular, and I'm not extravagant. That you kind of seen as weird, you
Mhm.
got to have all these, $1 million outfit on and stuff like that. So, um, and it's sad to say, like, and even I had to give the program. I'm even outdated. Is that all of this stuff is a tax write off.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
So the flexing the vehicles and the chains and all that other stuff is a tax write off. Especially if you're a YouTube influencer, if you're on, like us, we in sales and we're in marketing, so this is a marketing expense. So all the stuff we might have to get out. I
Mhm.
might have to hop out a Range Rover or something to see, what I'm saying, just to get y'all
Mhm.
attention. They might have to get some custom tailored suits and
And
you know,
yeah, you talking about tax write off. Now going back to what we talked about, what we started talking about, um, with learning, other people in other communities have been doing this for years.
right,
I mean, they've been they know the loopholes. They know the how to write this off. I mean, you
right,
got what Amazon don't even pay taxes.
right, right, right,
So and it's time now this information is out here for you, us, to be successful.
right,
And it's a shame for you not to use that information. It's free now. Yeah, what the information is. I mean, you still got to go out and get
right.
it.
Well, not
But
all information is out there, but the right information you still need to invest in yourself.
yeah, you
You
still
know,
need to go get out and learn now. Yeah, and
right.
invest in yourself.
So
Yeah.
yeah, information is abundant, but when somebody can curate that information for you, that's what you're paying for.
Hmm.
So yeah, information is out there if you know what to do and know what to look for, but most people don't know how to do that.
And
So most
like
people,
even in the last 2 years, you've been hearing about, man, start an LLC, start your LLC.
right,
I mean, LLCs didn't just start 2 years ago.
right, eventually,
It's been LLCs for years,
right.
decades.
You got to learn how to do business in this particular, country/company. You got to learn how
Hmm.
to do business. You got to learn how to maneuver, and you got to learn how to invest. Man, that's what this is all about.
Yeah.
Like investing in business, investing in yourself. I used to get this formula to my barber all the time, and like people like this barbershop talk. Most people, if they get $100,000, they'll go and either do one or two things. They'll go spend it on a car or something, or a house, or I mean, not a house, or a down payment on a house, or they'll go put it in the bank. And bank earn like 0.001 or something like that percent interest. So they're
And
using
inflation
your
is
money
what,
to go and make money.
7%?
Yeah, and they pay you a fraction. The best
Yeah.
thing to do if you got if somebody gave you $100,000 is to go ahead and buy a small piece of property, for $100,000. or something $50,000, dump $50,000 into it, fix it up, and then you got a property. Now I got a rental property that I can rent out for $1,000 a month. Then I would take that money and refinance, take that same house, refinance it, cash out, refinance, pull the equity out. I could pull $80,000 out, and then I still have the $80,000. I got the house, and I got somebody renting it out, and I can still go ahead and buy my car, whatever I was gonna buy.
And you can go and do it again. Now you can get you a fourplex or a duplex.
Right. And all the tax benefits, I could depreciate that every year. I could, write off the interest, all of that other stuff that I could write off. So as opposed to going buy something, a car that depreciates, and as soon as you drive it off the lot, is this the value that's going down and down. You losing money.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So, but that's that's the material. Or in a bank where you actually losing money too, because they paying you 0.001 and the inflation rate is 3%. Right now it's at 7%. So the dollar that you think you're putting in there only really worth 93 cents now.
Yeah.
So you losing money. So a lot of people don't take that into account. Like putting in the bank is like losing money. And rich people understand this. That's why they invest in different businesses, because it's a tax write-off.
And one area that most millionaires, I would say, majority of millionaires invest in is real estate.
Right. You gotta have your real estate portfolio. So
people are always gonna need somewhere to live.
Right. People are always gonna need somewhere to live. They like the vacation. They like to have different, So real estate, and there's a shortage of real estate. I was just watching a report on CNBC the other day. Like, it's gonna take them years for it to catch up with inventory. The population is growing faster than they can build homes.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? And it's gonna be a minute before they catch up with the inventory. And the ability for people to buy a home is expanding exponentially, and they can't keep up with demand.
Yeah.
So that's why there's an inventory shortage. That's why I don't think housing prices are going down anytime soon.
No.
The best thing to do is buy you land and start building on your land. Start building the multiplexes. Start building the quads and the duplex and triplex. Because there's gonna be so many families they're gonna have. That it's gonna keep expanding. So get on it now instead of taking that money and putting it in the car. You look good for a minute. Then you get tired. After 6 months, you're tired of it.
Yeah.
After you got a couple of French fries and dropped in between the cracks, and you done had a couple of oil changes, you be looking for something new. So a car and all that stuff is cool, but you get a real estate. You think about it. You could do this hard money, without just off your. And I know I'm getting off track. We got a couple of minutes before we wrap it up. But this is how easy this is. People don't understand how easy this is. You can have zero credit. You form your LLC. You can have your LLC name with no credit. You put 30% down on a real estate deal. With the let's say you buy a property, distressed property for $100,000. And you put $50,000 worth of repair into it. That's $150,000. You put 30% down, which is about $45,000. So all you need to do is grind, get you about $45,000. You put that 30% down. You could do a hard money loan with interest only for 2 years. Paying like it's gonna be between 7 to 12% interest. And then you could take that money once that complete is gonna be completed, probably like 6 months. You could take that same $150,000 you invest, $45,000, sell that property probably for $300,000, and people gonna buy above the.
And
you take $45,000 and triple it in less than 6 months.
And they're buying the house too.
They're gonna buy the house.
They're gonna buy. It's not gonna sit there for long.
And you can do this without credit. Hard money to do will lend you. If you put $45,000 up, they're gonna lend you the money, because think about it. It's you got the building as the collateral. You don't pay it, they're gonna come take everything. And you lost that $45,000, so they don't care about your credit. You see what I'm saying? So you got no credit, bad credit, they don't care. So you take that interest only, you don't make a payment, they come and get it.
Yeah.
But you wait, you flip it, you give it to Barry, let him put it on the market, 300,000, boom. You pay that 150 loan that you got off, boom, that's gone. Now you got 150.
And like I said, in this market now, it's not gonna stay that long. So
It ain't gonna make it through the weekend.
Hell,
So
you'll get offers putting a sign in the yard.
Right. Before you even put a sign on there, they're gonna buy it. In fact, I'm in one of these clubs right now where it's all off market stuff. Before they put it, they give it to us 14 days before we hit the market. And we could bid on it before we even hit the market. So most of them go, all the good stuff, all the cherries gonna get ate up before they even hit the market. So if you're in one of these real estate investment groups, so it's so easy. I don't understand the broke thing. I don't understand and I think it's mainly you. I want to say this, then we got to wrap it up because we had the 50 minute. This thing cut off at 58 minutes.
Okay.
I think it's about you and your attitude. If your attitude is gratitude and you're thankful for being alive, you're thankful for being here, and you appreciate opportunities. You don't think you're entitled and the world owes you something, and everybody owes you. You want easy streets, and everything else is somebody else's fault. You're not gonna make it. If your attitude is gratitude, you're thankful, you're given the opportunity, you're gonna take full advantage of opportunities. You have a possibility. You're most likely gonna do something.
Yeah.
It just is what it is. It's all the mind frame. And a lot of us, especially in our generation on down, and our culture, we have the opposite. We want to be gangster instead of being classy. We want to be, everything is negative first. Everything is attack mode first before before everything. I was talking to somebody earlier today. I just asked the question. The whole overtone is this negative and lashing out, and you want the drama. And that's not how you do business. You got to learn how to do business, because you're not gonna get rich by yourself. You're not gonna be on an island and get rich by yourself. You got to learn how to deal with people, interact with people, and actually grow a business. If you can't do that, you won't be successful. Very, very, very few people that, besides like influencers, you could build to millions of dollars like this by yourself with a camera. It's very, very few businesses. Most businesses are built with people, middle management, and different people like that. So, you got to learn how to deal with people. You got to learn how to do business. You got to be pleasant to do business with. It just is what it is. Yeah. So I'm not going to keep you that long. Like I said, we got about 3 minutes. Right. So let's go ahead. Outro. Barry, tell them where they can find you again.
All right. Barry Bolston, Keller Williams, professionals. You're looking to buy or sell a home, just give me a call. 832-786-1270. Homes by Barry B. If you Google it, you're going to get me everywhere. My Instagram, my Facebook, my Twitter. I do have Twitter. I don't get on it that much. And my TikTok. I can help you. You can email me, barryb@kw.com.
Gotcha. And like I said, my name is Brandon B. Dixon. Again, published author, serial entrepreneur, mortgage broker. Go ahead and cop my book, Sales the Nucleus of Any Profession. And it's been out 3 years, and it's going to be selling even after I die. So you got to create products, man. You got to create products that keep on going. Books are a great way because, like I said, once you write the book, it's done. I got 2 more books coming this year. I'm still on the lookout for that. Also, we're going to try to improve this podcast thing. We want to get bigger in this space. We want to get bigger on the TikTok. We want to get bigger on social media, period. So be on the lookout for improvements. Again, ode to Kevin Samuels as well, because I've seen him go from same thing we closet, this is in front of a wall, to the way he was, but right before he died. So he kept improving it till he got to where he was, the 1 million+ followers. Multi-million-dollar business. So again, www.applywithb.com. That's apply with BEE, like the bumblebee, like my middle name. So go ahead, hit that website up. you want to get in touch with me, 832-775-8357. I do have 2 classes that's available this summer. If you want to learn how to be a mortgage loan officer, I got a class, 8-hour class, book now, lock in. Also, I got a sales training class, and you get a $500 discount if you book both classes. So book both classes, 8 hours each. You know, after those classes, you'll be on and dangerous. But invest in yourself. Nothing is free. Invest in yourself, whether it's time, money. Show that you're serious. So it is what it is. With that, don't forget, God is a verb, and personal responsibility is your only savior. With that, I'm gonna say peace.
Right. Peace, people. All right.
Hold on a second.